Yo, what's up, everybody? This is Bezo, BTR, Bezo the Rebel, and I'm here with my first guest on the new podcast. But have you thought about it this way? I'm here with the one and only himself, KJ Abrams, bro. What's up with you, bro?
What's going on, people? How y'all doing today?
Yo, bro. So, you've done a lot, man. You've done a lot. One of the people that, from my time at Spalding, bro, you've done a lot. I would say in terms of your work ethic. What is that inspires you, man, to create a brand like O&O?
Man, first thing first, man, giving honor to God, man, who's the head of my life. I wouldn't be here without him. But what inspired me, man, to create a brand, it was seeing how my mom struggled, man.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, she worked 3 jobs just to help me through college, man. Like, that's a lot, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So my work ethic, it has to outbe hers, man. You know what I mean? Because she was at an all-time high, but it's like with me seeing everything that she have done for me, all the sacrifices, man, it just pushed me to go even harder, man.
Right. I feel you. So with O&O, explain that to the people that don't know what O&O. What is O&O?
O&O is one and only, and the whole thing, the concept to it is nobody knows what you are going through in life, man, besides you and God. So basically my brand is to help promote positivity, to inspire and motivate others in life. My motto is called live life. Whatever it is that you want to do in life, do it. It doesn't matter what somebody else say about you or think about you, man, because at the end of the day, God created everybody different. So it's just embracing who you are. But it's just all about really promoting positivity and just pushing others to live out their dreams, man.
Right. So when you were younger, did you always have these?
You know, I always had big dreams, big hopes and dreams, man. It's like, but I wouldn't say no one ever shot me down, but it's like I feel like a lot of people really motivated me, man, and really seen something in me. You know, my friends can be doing something, you know, that would get them in trouble, and then I try to come play, follow the leader to
Right.
like, nah, bruh, this not you, whatever. So, you know, just seeing that from a lot of people. It wasn't just my friends, but multiple people that was like, man, KJ, you a good person, man. So don't do this or that. So it's like they actually looked out for me, man. So.
Right. I feel you.
The end goal is to start my own nonprofit, man.
Okay.
And I really haven't came up with a mission statement yet, but it's all in the works and everything. But I want a nonprofit that promotes education, nonviolence, and to help also promote sports and art.
And you got a team, right?
I do.
How's that going?
It's going really good, man. I'm coaching at the Chestnut Street Family YMCA, so I'm coaching the kids 15 through 17, and so at that age group, you know, you would think kids would have attitudes and this and that, whatever. But I got a good group of kids who is not on a high school basketball team,
Right.
and I feel like all of them should be playing for their high school, but whatever reason they are not, whatever. So those are the kids that I have, and it's going really good, man. You know, just teaching them the game and actually breaking it down to them. I was telling people, man, it's the difference between, you know, like showing kids drills and what to do, than actually breaking the game down to them, so whereas they can really understand what they're doing. You know, that's like with me in school, man. Like, yeah, I got the understanding of how a business operation and everything. But now I need the experience now.
Right.
You know
For
what
sure.
I mean? So it go hand in hand. Man, I really don't have a problem with it, man. You know, I grew up with mixed cousins, you know, and then now my brother has mixed kids, so I really don't have a problem with it like
Right.
everybody else do, man. I mean, at the end of the day, I feel I mean, you date whoever you want to date, man.
For sure.
I mean, be you. You know, I don't think there's a rule book that's telling you who you should date. You know what I mean?
Right.
What color, what ethnicity, what height, what size, like, you know what I mean? So you date who you want to date, man.
Date who you want to date. I understand the historical perspective about it, and that's also what I want to ask you about too. Is like two black people that say this is what out of that.
I mean, I look at it as, I mean, and I might get a lot of bash from this, whatever, but you can't judge a person now from their grandparents and parents and everything. People change, man.
Right.
This culture has changed a lot, man. And even though we still got a long ways to go, whatever, but it's like we, as this new generation, is breaking the chain, man.
We really are.
So just date whoever you want to date, man.
Right.
It's not a problem or anything, man.
Right.
Be you.
For one, it's very interesting because I've been asked like, well, is that your preference? Do you prefer white girls? Do you prefer, you know, it's like, I think I've tried black girls. Let's move on to white girls. You know what I mean? I was like, all right, she likes me. I like her. Like, let me see what's up with her. You know what I'm saying? And then it moved on to that. And I think for one, I think your approach to having that mindset of, man, just let them do what they want to do.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't hurting you.
You got to be open minded, man. Sometimes, man, there's nothing wrong with thinking outside the box, though.
Right.
You know what I mean? But,
Right.
Being in business, man, like, I mean, it's a lot of white people in the business world, man.
Yeah,
You know
that's
what
true.
I mean?
That's true.
And a lot of people think or say like, I'm a mixed breed, even though I'm black as hell.
Yeah.
Like if you see me, I'm dark skinned, but people call me like an Oreo or whatever because I went to Spalding, which is
Right.
a private.
I went through that for sure.
But I don't know if it's the way I act or whatever, man. But I get like a lot of hell, man.
Right.
But I just know how to adapt to different situations and different cultures, man. If you learn how to adapt to different stuff, man, you can go far, man.
You really can.
Real talk. And I say that because I adapt to white people. And they feel comfortable and safe around me.
Right.
You know what I mean? Whereas I would say another black person that they didn't know or something like that, they would probably, get on like the side, look at something like this, and be looking like, who is this black guy? Or hey, I'm scared. Or they might be on the elevator and just clutch their purse or something like that.
Right.
So.
I mean, the thing about that, dog, is for one, like you said, though, I mean, in business, you have to be around. Like, the sad reality for our people, bro, at this moment, bro, is that the higher we move up in terms of the social ladder, the higher we move up in terms of the economic ladder, we're going to meet more and more white people.
Right.
And the sad reality also, well, I'm not even saying that's a sad reality because just meeting people is meeting people. But
it's reality, man.
It's reality. But a reality also is that the worse we do in life, the more black people we meet because we see what they're doing to us in the prison system.
Right.
And I believe at this moment we're like damn near half the prison population. And that's a that's a lot. That's a lot of BS. I think.
Yeah.
I don't think necessarily that we commit 50% of all crimes in America. I do think that they catch. Or look, for us, maybe 50% of the time. But I mean, I think when you're talking about being able to adapt, because a lot of people will take what you said. I think when they're talking about like, oh, he ain't keeping it real no more because he can't. He's trying to adapt with those white people and things like that. And to that, what do you say?
At the end of the day, I'm me, man. And I'm not saying that I'm acting white or acting black. I don't know what is acting black or acting white is, whatever. Right. At the end of the day, I'm just me.
Right.
So either you gonna accept me or you're not.
Right.
But I just know how to adapt. It's like there's no real explaining really how to like find like the definition of adapting to different cultures, man.
Right.
You either got it or you don't. That's how I see it, though, for real.
You say
man.
You got it.
I got it, man.
You got it in spades. Okay.
I got it, man. You either get it or you don't. So let me ask you, man.
What's up?
In public, when you are out with your girlfriend, do you ever get any types of looks?
Yes.
Either from blacks or whites?
Yeah, definitely, bro. Like if we go to the mall, we get looked at. We get, or a lot of times I get stared at weirdly, like who is this black dude with this white chick?
Right.
Who's this black dude with this white chick? And I mean, like I said, man, I've had people say some things, bro. I've had people, say things like not necessarily to me, but I've heard, through the grapevine as they say certain things that's been said about me, bro, and or just people that have dated a white girl. And like I said before, it's not. I don't think it's a question of, at least from my perspective, there are black men who do not like black women, straight up, and I'm not one of them. Yeah. I'm one of them people that I like women, and I like people that like me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like, I mean, I grew up, man. My best friend was Cuban, and at this moment, my girlfriend's white. So I mean, the person I plan on trying to start my life with is white, and the person I've been knowing since I was 7 years old, he's Cuban. So, and a lot of I still got black friends. Heck, I got you on the podcast. So I mean, I definitely, I'm cool with everybody. I'm cool with everybody that's cool with me. I'm loyal to everybody who's loyal to me. But yeah, I definitely do get viewed a certain way. Like I said, people have literally asked me, "Well, dang, bro, how's it feel to be dating a white girl? How's it feel to me?" Like, no, I mean, no different. Yeah. I mean, how does it feel to be dating somebody you love? Is really the simplest way I could say. For anyone who feels, and I'm not saying this to be super sappy or anything like that, but just for anyone that feels
So, how did your parents feel about you dating a white girl and vice versa about her parents with you?
Right. My mom, my dad was fine, bro. Because for one, my niece is mixed. You know,
Okay.
my brother is dating an Asian woman. So, I mean, this wasn't our first. This wasn't our first time stepping outside of the box.
Yeah.
And like I said before, once again, like even with him, it wasn't an intentional thing. It wasn't like, well, I just need some Asian women. No, it's a question of this is the person he fell in love with. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So, because, I mean, for me not to, I would say for me to say that a black person isn't as black or I don't care about him as much would be like saying I don't care about my niece, I don't care about my nephew, and I don't care about my sister-in-law. And so it's definitely for me. I don't care. Like I said, my parents didn't care. And then for her, well, go ahead.
Yeah. What about her parents?
Her parents have, like they've given me no problems. They've given me no problems. I don't sense any type of fear from them. Like you said, clenching of the purse. I don't feel, I don't feel that. I think a lot of that, man, depends on how you carry yourself.
True
but
that.
even then, sometimes, man, we still get in situations where we conduct ourselves the right way and bad things still happen to us. So I would say staying within the topic, but not necessarily the dating aspect, but just in terms of, do you ever feel like you get stereotyped? Just period. Like, do you feel like people say, well, wow, this dude, I think he's going to do this, but he turned out doing that?
Yeah, I get that all the time, whatever. I work at H in our block, whatever, and it's only one black person, well, me and this older gentleman, whatever.
Right.
We're the only two black people that work there. And this white lady, she came up to me, whatever, she's like, hey, KJ, you turned out to be pretty cool. I thought you were all just quiet and to yourself and this and that. Whatever.
Right.
I'm like, okay, I mean, me personally, man, the first time I meet somebody, man, I'm just chill. I'm laid back. I'm a observer.
Right.
So after that, then I kind of warm up to people and everything like that. But the first time I meet you, I'm not about to just tell you anything and everything.
Right.
I'm like, hey, I do this and
Right.
I got this. And nah.
Right.
I don't do all that.
Right.
But yeah, man. But I get that all the time. Then people turn around like, man, KJ, you're really cool.
Right.
I worked at a daycare, man. Craziest thing ever, man. You'll never ever see another 6'6" a black person working at an all-white daycare.
That's true.
At an all-white daycare. You feel me?
Right.
And so it's like, man, when I first started, I seen parents, asking the directors. I mean, I understand it's a daycare, whatever. I mean, and a gentleman is there, but
Right.
I really feel as they were really asking because I was a black man in there.
Right.
Who was that? Around my kid, whatever.
Right. Okay.
You know what I mean? But I seen parents give me like a funny stare and look and everything at first, but then after their kids was coming home talking about, hey, Mr. KJ,
Right.
you feel me?
Right.
I go back to work and everything. The parents like, hey, KJ. I'm like, I don't know your name, but hey, how
Right.
you doing? Like,
Right.
good morning.
Right.
But
Well, I mean, they already know who you are. You're
Yeah.
the tallest one there, and you black. So
Yeah.
it's like,
plus their kids was
Right.
coming home
Right.
talking about me, whatever.
Right.
So but I get it all the time, man.
but how do you?
I
The
just-
thing is, though, how do you maneuver through that?
I just don't let that phase me, man. Like I said
Did it phase you at a point in time?
before, I don't know. I think Spalding actually prepared me for that.
Right.
You know
Okay.
what I mean?
That was actually gonna be my next question too.
Oh man.
Cause bro, we was like, man, it wasn't a lot of us, bro. I feel like
really
we
wasn't.
might have knew every black person that went to Spalding, bro. It was
And majority of them was on basketball team.
Right,
so.
for sure. Right.
But man, my first year, I was really thinking about leaving, man. One, because I had some family issues, and two, it was a big culture shock to me, man.
Okay.
And I had a class. It was on me and one other black person in the class. It was a female, but from a male's perspective, it's like, well, from my perspective, it was like, well, I guess it's me and her versus everybody else.
I've been there, man.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So like the best thing for me is to stick with her, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So I did that. After a while, I started to meet other people in the class, and they knew me because I was the tall 6'6" basketball player, black dude,
Right.
and I would just chill. So after that, it's like everybody just knew who I was, whatever, and
Right.
it was cool. Well, yeah.
I mean, the thing, you know, what's so funny though too is like I think that society is very racial. Not saying it's racist, but we view things through the lens of race very often, man. Because I remember one of my classes at Spalding, I think it was an African American religious course,
Mm-hmm.
and it was about maybe 21 kids in the students in class, and it might have been like 10 blacks, 11 whites, 11 blacks, 10 whites, something like that. And I remember like that first day, it literally like there was like on the right side of it was all white, on the left side was all black.
Wow.
And what was crazy was the teacher pointed that out. Like before he
Wow.
taught anything, he said, now how many of you guys got a problem with race? And you know, no one raised their hand. You know, he's like, oh, I'm free spirit or whatever. And then he's like, why did you all move? Why did all the white people move on the right side? Why did all the black people move on the left side? And I don't even know, like, I was the first person walking class, so I wasn't necessarily in it per se.
Right.
But I would imagine if I seen it subconsciously, I might have just moved to the black side too.
Yeah.
But it's weird. It's very odd, man. It's like, because that was something that was so weird to me. I was like, dang. Like, he didn't even tell, like, so when you think about, like, segregation, a lot of times it's like we're segregating ourselves.
And I think that just comes from, well, the way I look at this, whatever.
Mhm.
I think it just comes from high school.
Mm.
I went to all black high school, so I'm gonna try to meet black people at this
Right.
white school,
Right.
and so that's like the same thing in the classroom.
Mhm.
I'm like, oh shoot, I see this brother over here. Let me go sit
Mm-hmm.
2 seats down from him, whatever,
Right.
you know, so we can be cool.
Right.
So I'm like, hey man, what's going on? How
Right.
you doing? But I think that's the way that, you know, it probably came about, whatever. Just
Mhm.
it starts from high school.
I feel like high school, maybe either 8th grade, middle school, and then high school, I feel like that's when you start really paying attention to like who you're around.
Mm-hmm.
It starts affecting who you hang out with.
Mhm.
It starts affecting what you think is cool. Cause like I remember, man, at my youngest, bro, my preference of friends wasn't a color base. Like when I was like 6, 7, 8 years old, it was, you know, hanging out with white kids, black kids. I was hanging out whoever was near me,
Yeah.
Asian kids, you know, like cause I'm big into like cartoons, big into like Dragon Ball Z and stuff, and I was big into like Pokemon and stuff when I was a kid. So a lot of my friends was Asian, but as I got older, they was all black. All my friends was just black. Like the older I got, they went basically 99.9% of them were black. And I don't even know if that was an intentional thing because it wasn't like I was saying, well, I can't be friends with such and such or something like that.
Yeah.
But that's certainly how it played out. I don't know. Is that how you feel like it was for you, or was it more?
No, it's just the fact that I went to all black high school.
Yeah, me too. Basically, predominantly, yeah.
Predominantly, yeah. And it been like that way since I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, coming to college, whatever, I was like, well, shoot,
Right.
let me meet some of my brothers and sisters.
For
You
sure.
feel me?
For sure.
To, I guess, take on the white people, because that's really how I started off in college, man. I started off with a mindset was like, well, I'm the only black person in this class, so
Yeah.
I got to prove them wrong.
Right,
You
right,
know,
right.
I always grew up with the perception that white people are smarter than black people.
Okay.
But then after being in college, I found out some people just like we're just equal.
Right.
And school, it's not for everybody. So I'm not gonna say some people is dumber than other people because that's not what I'm trying to say.
Right.
But it's like,
But everybody excels differently.
yeah. So
Right.
I'm like, well, cool. And come to find out, whatever, I was like top 20 in my class, whatever.
Right.
So I'm like, man, cool.
Right.
But that was my mindset, though, man. It was like, man, I'm the only black person, so me versus everybody else, man. So I gotta prove them wrong.
Right. And you feel like that is that still a part of you today, or is that more of a You feel like you've grown past that, or that's still how you?
I've grown past that. Right now, my mindset is like, man, how can I excel now? You know what I mean? I'm done with school. I'm 24 with my master's degree and everything. So I was like, what's next for me? How can I start making $50,000 and $60,000 and $70,000, whatever?
Yeah.
That's where I'm trying to get now.
Right.
But
same.
So right now, I'm just like taking routes that other white people have taken.
Right.
And I invested in myself. I signed up for H&R Block class.
Right.
So now I'm certified to do taxes.
Right.
It's tax season right now. I'm doing taxes. You know, I just learned a trade.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you definitely, you're useful, bro.
You got to have different sources of income that you do. Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And that's something I'm finding out now. I'm learning as I go. But I really don't see that, man. Like, I look past that, man.
Mm-hmm.
So.
That's what's interesting too, man, about you. I think is that, like, through my time knowing you, man, you've been a sponge, bro. So like you've been, you're not afraid to learn something, bro. Like I remember maybe a few months I sent you like a link to watch like I don't know if it was like a Martin Luther King or something like that. You watched it, sent me a text back like maybe an hour later, you know, talking about what you. So it's like you're always trying to learn, bro. And what is that like? Because people say the same thing about me in terms of this guy keeps trying to do this. He's doing too much, basically. It's like, because that's what's very interesting, like, is that...
I get that all the time,
right,
man.
Right.
I get that all the time, man. People tell me, that, man, KJ, stick to one thing, get that going, then do something else.
Right.
I tell people, man, I'm like, man, I'm so talented, and I know it, man.
I feel it, bro.
And not to try to sound cocky or anything, man, but I'm really talented, man, and I know I can do a lot of stuff. I just can't do one main thing, man, and just wait on that to pop off. No, while I'm working on this, I'm gonna do something else. So I'm building piece by piece on different projects.
Right.
Man. And I just don't like it when people try to put me in one bubble.
Right.
That's like small-minded, man.
Right.
I think big. I think really big.
Yeah.
Man. So
I'm with you, bro.
like, I look at this with like comedians now.
Okay.
You see, a lot of comedians are coming from social media now, from Instagram, Facebook.
Yeah.
Everybody doing comedies and skits and this and that, whatever.
Yep.
But yeah, they doing that, but they doing something else on the side too.
Right.
Either rapping or acting. Like they doing different stuff. They just not doing one specific thing though.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So
I feel you, dog. I mean, because like for me, I work on. I got the podcast going.
You got a book too coming.
Got a book. Right? Got a book coming. I got music coming. I got an album coming. So I mean, I do everything, man. I try to, working in stocks now, man. Trying to get my portfolio up, man. It's really about building as much. I felt like I grasped that concept, man, at an early age. In terms of, I was 8 or 9, man, and I remember I had like crazy dreams. I was like, man, I'm gonna be the best basketball player, the best boxer, the best this, the best that. And my friends was like, man, you ain't gonna be all of that, And heck, they was right on that. But I say this though, what was so funny is like, I remember telling them like, I don't really like logically, I cannot understand the point of trying to be average. Like I can't grasp it.
I can't be basic, man.
Yeah, I don't understand. Like I don't get like I really don't get like, and I tell people all the time like. You can fail at being average too, right? You can set a small goal that anyone can reach and still fail. But you can set a massive goal. Like, for example, like you might have a dude like in the NBA, you might have a guy like Klay Thompson.
Right.
And let's say Klay, when he was 12, his goal was to be the best basketball player of all time. He may not be that, but Klay's an all-star.
Most definitely.
You see what I'm saying? Like, so, I mean, I'm going to set $1 billion goal. I'm gonna set a goal of love. I'm gonna set a goal of money. I'm gonna set a goal of everything, freedom, etc., independence, and all these different things. And whether I attain it, whether I don't attain it, I can guarantee you, there's probably gonna be something beautiful at the end of that thing.
You already know it, man.
Right.
Even if you fail at it, man, everything that you did, it gave you experience to do it again.
Yeah.
Next time, so you can do better. Man.
Right.
So I love that, man. Too, man. I had asked my girlfriend earlier. I was like, babe, can I play in the NBA? I know I still got it. Like, I'm done with school now. I can actually build and try to get some of this NBA money so I can put it towards my brand. And I know I can make it, man, because I'm talented, man.
Right.
And it's like basketball, it's not just physical, it's mental too.
It is.
If you break down the game and understand the game, man, you can really go far.
Yes.
You can sit on the bench and still make millions.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
So
being in that arena is crazy.
Yeah.
Like, it's like everybody ain't LeBron. In fact, there's only one LeBron.
True that.
So, I mean, you could be Derek Fisher.
It's like, man, you don't know what you want to do you? I'm like, I mean, I want to do a lot of stuff, man. I want to do like a lot of stuff, man, because I'm talented and I know I can do something, man.
Right.
I got this event coming up February 10th, man. It's it's called For the Love of the City, man.
Right.
So I'm basically trying to bring the city of Louisville together, man. You know, so
Right.
it's Valentine's Day week and everything. So just people put people in the love spirit and everything.
Right.
This is my second event, man.
Right.
My first event didn't go too good, but this is my second event, so I failed at the first time, so I'm trying again, and I'm using what I learned and applying it to this event here.
Right.
And I feel as this event is going to be really big, man. I still got people trying to contact me to be performers and everything, man. So I feel like this is going to be big, though.
Right.
But, man, just failing and succeeding, man, again.
Right.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about supporting, like, because this is what's very interesting right now is we're in an era right now that a lot of people are starting brands right now. Like a lot of people. Like I remember, man, like maybe 4 years ago, I had the Mars shirts going out, and that wasn't as common as it is now. Because I remember when I got those shirts, man, I felt like I just went platinum with an album. Like, but I ain't even sell nothing yet. But it felt like it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so nowadays, a lot of people are starting brands. I got a brand. You got a brand. And we're gonna do some work together too.
Most definitely.
And but the fact of the matter is that with everyone doing it, a lot of people feel like there's competition.
Yep.
A lot of people feel like if I know you personally, here's a good example. I was selling a shirt to a dude. At the time, I was selling my shirts for like $15. And the dude knew me personally.
Right.
So he was like, can I get it for 10 or can I get it for 8 or something like that? I'm like, dude, I got the shirt for like 6 or 7. You want me to make $1 profit off of each shirt, bro? Like, it just kept going. Conversion was like, can I get the 12? I was like, all right, I got you a 12. Well, can I get 10? Can I get 8? I'm like, do you go to Kroger and do you go to Walmart? Do you go to Nike? And you ask them, hey, y'all selling these shoes for $100. Can I get it for 60? Can you start haggling with them? And I'm not saying I'm here to screw over the people. Well, I'm not gonna let you screw over me either.
Facts.
And so what I'm saying is, when you talking about supporting people for one that you cool with,
right?
What do you think? What is your thoughts on that? Like, do you feel like are we in a good mode right now, or do you feel like there's a lot of competition that's somewhat creating jealousy? Or
it's a lot of competition, man. To be honest, you know, and I'll tell you my secret, man. And you heard it here first, man.
What's up?
What I do is, man, I know it's a lot of competition, so that's like me walking into a venue and I'm trying to sell my products. Then I see somebody else selling their products. I bet you 9 times out of 10, that person won't even come up to me and say anything to me. You know why? Because they see me as competition.
Right.
What I would do is I would personally walk over there and talk to them like, hey, man, what's going on?
Right.
What's this right here? And to hear what they got going on, then I might buy a shirt or something like that. Just like, all right, cool. You know, so it make them look at me like, dang, this guy was really cool.
Right.
What he got, man? What you do? And that's how you build connections as well, too.
Those personal investments. Like, people, like, I think sometimes we think only investments is stocks or investments in a company. It's like, nah, a friendship, a relationship is an investment. You know,
you gotta build on that.
Yes, and a conversation is definitely an investment. So that's a very smart way to go about it, bro. Is that, for one, it's like, man, I ain't gonna be no jerk. I ain't gonna be this type of person, because your reputation at the end of the day, if you lose it all, that's all you got. If you lost it all, what else you got? Because we see a lot of times dudes in position where they were on top, and they were so rude on top. They were just such a mean spirited while they were on top that once they fall off, they don't have no one to help them get back up.
True that, because they burnt their bridges.
Yes.
Along the way.
Right.
And you will always need them bridges, man, just to even get back.
Right.
You know what I mean? Sometimes, yeah, you might slip up and fall down, whatever, but with you building all the connections, somebody can help you get across that bridge again, whatever.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And get back to where you was at, or even higher.
Right.
So, man.
So when we talk about bridges, bro, so the fact of the matter is everyone thinks different.
Right.
And everyone just has different ideology. We go through life differently. We have different beliefs, etc. How are you able to maintain friendships be cool with Republicans, etc.
Right.
How are we able to, as a society, how do you think we're going to be able to move to that point where we can actually speak without having to attack each other, whether it be verbally or physically?
Man, I feel as we should create a platform, man. Whereas...
But have you thought about it this way? That's where I come in.
Yes, sir. Man, create that platform, man, so we can hear from different perspectives.
Right.
We don't have to agree with it, but at least sometimes just sit down and just listen to what somebody else saying to see where they coming from. Man.
Right.
It's all about different perspectives, and that's like that in a relationship. You know, you dating and then y'all get into it, but y'all just yelling at each other. But if y'all actually just take the time down just to cool down and just tell each other what's going on and how you feel, they can hear from your perspective.
Right.
And I do that all the time with my girlfriend, man. We go at it back and forth, but then at times I'm like, you know what? Let me just sit down and listen to her and see what she's saying. And then from there, I get a better understanding. I'm like, okay, I understand that, but my thought process was this.
Right.
And so I'm like, yeah, we different on that. But yeah, man.
One thing I feel like when you're conversating with people, I think if you pay attention, you're conveying more than words to people. You're conveying feelings.
Right.
You're conveying emotion to them. And I think what's going on in our society right now, like there's a saying that's called like the medium is the message, or the message is the medium, or something like that, where it's basically saying that how you say things, what platform you choose to use, and different ways you choose to deliver the message, it affects the message.
Right.
So like what I'm saying is, if me and you have a disagreement, you're going to take the message differently.
Yeah.
Because you're not hearing a difference of opinion. Right. You hearing aggression.
Right.
And I think whereas another one, whereas from a different side is if I'm speaking, but I'm just speaking with respect to you. I don't got to kiss your ass, but I'm speaking with respect. And I think that's the thing people think is that's weird too. Is like, oh, he disagrees with me, so I got to kiss his ass. No, respect is respect.
Right.
Respect ain't none of that. You know what I mean? You don't have to go over the top. Just respect my opinion. I respect yours. Let's work on trying to convey that emotion of, because like I think the Colin Kaepernick situation was a amazing. It's kind of like a social experiment to some extent, because people were on different sides of the fence. Some people did not want them. Some people it made us think about things we weren't thinking about. For one, it kind of made us think about things that had nothing to do with why he was protesting.
Right.
But we made people think, okay, so if you don't stand for the national anthem, you're unpatriotic and you hate this country. If you do stand, or if you hate Colin Kaepernick, then you must be racist.
Right.
And that's just the broad brush that we painted on both sides. You know what I'm saying?
It kind of put some people in a pickle too, man.
Right.
To like, really pick and choose sides though, for real. Especially a black person, man.
Right.
So I'm like, well, shoot, I seen on TV they taking a knee, whatever, or whatever. But then in person, whatever, you stand up, take your hat off, put your hand across your heart.
Bruh, I tell you, dog, it made it crazy because like at our graduation, it was like they sung the national anthem, and it was like, oh, do I take a knee? Do I stand? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know if white people think like, or feel like that, or is there concern there? But obviously,
as a black person, of course.
You think about it,
yeah,
for sure. And I think what's so weird is like those conversations need to be had, but they need to be had in a respectful manner. And that's honestly one of my goals with this podcast. But have you thought about it this way? That title right there is like so poignant to my point of trying to do this. Because I want people to think about it another way. Right. Not saying agree with me. It ain't called agree with me this way. It's called, but have you thought about it? Go ahead.
But you got to be open-minded, though,
for sure.
Man. And you have to be willing and able to let somebody talk, you know what I mean, while you just sit back and just listen to
right.
and get that understanding, man. I feel as this country here, we don't have an understanding of each other's background. You know,
that's interesting. Okay.
A lot of people just get different perspectives from movies or what they see on the news. But everybody's not the same. Man.
Right.
Everybody's not the same, and in the movies, majority of the time they're probably lying anyways. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's not that real.
Right. To portray black people a certain way, because most of our movies we thugs, most of our movies we committing some crime. The white people, they get everything. They get the mafia movie, they get the normal fall in love, they get the comedy
action,
movie,
they get everything, man.
But ours is like portrayed in a particular way. Not obviously not all the time, but throughout the years, that's how it's been a lot of times. Do you feel like that they hold any culpability, or is that still on us to accept it?
I feel as it's kind of on us, because I mean that's the stuff that we like, though.
Okay.
Well, I can't speak for every black person, whatever.
Right.
So
I used to like that type of shit
when I was young. Yeah. Whatever. I mean, everybody who agree.
For sure.
But that's the stuff that we like NWA. Even though that was like a little documentary and everything, but that's something we like. We were like, hell yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? Or the Biggie movie.
Right.
The Tupac movie. We're like, hell yeah.
Right.
I'm about to go, you know what I mean?
Right.
But that's the stuff that we like.
Right. And it was so dope. I think also the fact of the matter is, like, right now you're a coach of your team right now. And I used to be a coach of my elementary team. And we won some championships at Rutherford, man. Went undefeated and whatnot, dog. So
okay,
I was getting my Phil Jackson.
Put that in there.
I had to get it in, bro. I had to get it in, man. I ain't toot my horn, bro. But I think one thing that's amazing about sports is it teaches people of all colors, people of all backgrounds to work towards a common goal.
Yes.
And I think a big part, now sometimes sports is crazy because you got people that love their fans, love their team so much that they do some crazy stuff on the outside.
Yeah.
But the players themselves, I feel like a lot of times those players are very open-minded. Like for me, that was a part of my upbringing with sports. Right. And like a lot of my friendships came through sports, came through basketball, came through boxing, came through whatever. Like when I was young, when I was in elementary, my basketball coach, that was one of the first white people that I was like consistently interacting with, like of an older male, like outside of my my peers. And it was like that was a different experience. So it taught me to be more comfortable around them, rather than I'm the only black person in here, this is how it is. You feel what I'm saying? And I think sports has been a big way. I think if you think about Jackie Robinson, if you think about a lot of things, sports a lot of times has always been ahead of the social curve. Whereas I feel like society on the outside has been crazy. Like they don't like we was talking about earlier. They don't want black person dating this person. They don't want white person dating this person. Blah, blah, So I always feel like sports has always been a big part in culture for that.
Man, yeah, I feel like sports and their platform. I feel that a lot of things can happen, man. When Trump told LeBron, "Shut up and dribble." You know what I mean? That created another platform. Yeah. And it really made LeBron come out his shell. Yeah. Even more, whatever. Like, hold on now. You talking to the king now. You know what I mean? Right. So like with that, man, I feel like the athletes set the tone, set the examples, whatever. We just gotta stick with each other,
Right.
to make change.
Right.
That's how I feel, man.
Wow. I tell you, man, this was a dope conversation, man. I hope to have you on again.
Yes, sir.
We're gonna do some work, man, in the future. Is there anything you'd like to tell the people before we
Man,
wrap it up?
appreciate it, man. Thank you for having me on
No
the show,
problem,
man. And everybody,
First guest, man. I'm thankful to have you, man.
hey, man, it's an honor. But everybody, man, come out to the Planet. It's on Barstown Road, Sunday, February the 10th, from 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. We will have some dope, amazing poets and singers, man. The whole night, just an R&B vibe, man. Bring your ladies out, and ladies, bring your dudes out, man.
Right.
We just go.
What's your social media, bro?
man? Follow me on Instagram at KJ_Abrams, the number 1, or Instagram again. The O and O page is One and Only Clothing, or the website, man, oneandonlyclothing.com. The number 1.
All right, man. Like I said, I appreciate you, and to the listeners, man, I appreciate every view I get, every listen I get, and thank you guys, man.